We are following breaking news out of Kenya. A demonstration by people angry over planned tax hikes has turned deadly. Look at this video. Protesters have breached the parliament building and smoke has been billowing from its windows. 5 people are reported dead, dozens injured. CNN crews have witnessed police firing live rounds at the protesters in the streets.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm here to address you. You must go. Ruto must go.
In Nairobi, in Kenya, the city is reeling from a day of chaos and violence. Protesters have been clashing with police. The protesters are angry over proposed tax increases and the rising cost of living under President William Ruto. Earlier, demonstrators stormed Parliament, and things are getting worse.
Things did get out of hand today, Richard, that's for sure. These protesters had called for 7 days of rage, and today was supposed to be a day of a total shutdown. And they did succeed in shutting down Nairobi, one of Africa's busiest capitals, reduced to just violence, looting, and tear gas and water cannon. For most of the day, it felt like a war zone. And these are the residue of the police that are still left here, making sure that no protesters come back at night and try and access Parliament again, because they did get to the floor of the National Assembly earlier. They did burn a part of this. Back here is City Hall. This is the office of the governor of the Nairobi.
Already. Shalom, Israel. I want to start by giving our glory and our praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I'm the brother I'm on for down to Florida from the camp properties of Babylon. Come with another quick hit through the spirit power by YAHAWASHI. Lord wanted to edify and feed the sheep. Deborah said I was an apostle, great Muslim, teacher well. Peace and blessing to the brother who puts his work into sincerity to scatter abroad. And I want to go into this lesson. As you can see, all right, what's going over there in Kenya. All right, you had a lot of protests, deaths. You had a lot of, clashing. All right, due to tax hikes, man. Okay, the increase of taxes. All right, which making it a lot more of a struggle over there in Kenya, and the people retaliated to taking actions in their own hands. Okay, which scriptures brought came to mind was 2nd Ezra chapter 15, which I'm gonna grab, but I want to grab this article really going into what was going on in Kenya. So this is going into the CBS News. As you can see in the video, all right, what was taking place over there in Kenya, man, which that's soon to come to here, known as America, man. Okay, you see these places, people, protesting or rioting, all right, chaos breaking out left and right. All right, all that is to come to this place known as America, man. All right, but I'm grabbing this is in the CBS News. It says daily protests over Kenya finance bill promote President William Ruto, roughly just saying his name, to drop support to tax hikes or for tax hikes. Okay, and it says human rights group says at least 22 protesters were killed and sources more wounded on the streets of Kenya Tuesday as they clash with police and chaotic demonstrations over an contentious finance bill laden with tax hikes that was passed by the country's parliament. Okay, which is a part of their government system over there in Kenya. All right, and it says with the deaths and injuries still being counted, the protesters' message appeared to have convinced Kenya's president to back down, and he said Wednesday that he would not sign the bill into law. And you have it with these people we retaliated to, these tax hikes. All right, retaliated to the increase of prices of food, man. And I was reading a little bit more on this, and it went into depths like diapers and things to provide for your household essentials, pretty much. That was prices going up over there, man. It was already a struggle, so these people retaliated to breaking into the parliament, place where they were doing the gatherings and doing these bills passing. You see, and the video speak for itself, man. And they was using live ammunition. All right, but these people were being shot. Okay, they were being shot with live ammunition. You had it wherever here in America. All right, where that whole situation was going on with Trump. Where the people they had invaded I believe the Capitol, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they didn't use live ammunition. They threatened to use live ammunition, but they used rubber bullets or bean bags. All right, but these people over here getting sprayed down with the water hose. Okay, they were getting shot down. Okay, it was getting bad, man, and it took many lives. Okay, which showed you that the people was taking action in their own hands because the president wasn't doing what he said, what he needed to do at the time, man. All right. So that led to people, reacting to violence, which is to come to America, man. All right, because you have the dollar, all right, losing its value, and you have the, what they're speaking about, the BRICS dollar. Okay, it's a whole transitioning happening right now. And what does that leave the American people in the state of? In distress, man. Okay, and what is that? We're going to turn into violence. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this in 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'm not going to make this too long. All right, but getting straight to the point. Going down to verse 14, and it says, "Woe meaning destruction to the world and them that dwell therein." And woe meaning destruction. All right, and it says the ones that dwell therein. Okay, and you got a lot of people who trust in this society, man, trust in the system. Okay, and it's a lot of death and destruction to come, man. Verse 15, it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." So just what you're gonna be seeing coming into the times, more and more, growing evils, man. Okay, evil's growing. All right, you're gonna see more of what you see over there in Kenya, man, over here in America, but on a higher level. You see, and right now you got a lot of people who are in a state of just relaxed, chilling in their comfortability of their homes. But soon, when these things fail you, when the president fails you, when the sources fail you, people are going to be taking actions in their own hands, as these people over there in Kenya, man. You see, which you only kind of seen a little glimpse of it, all right, with the whole Capitol situation. But how much for where there's no reimbursements, man? All right, how much more for where there's no reinsurance, when there's no comforting, all right, when there's no supplies actually being supplied to these stores. You see, then that's when these things are gonna really hit the fan. Okay, hey, people gonna take this thing to a whole nother level. It's gonna be civil unrest. All right, it's gonna be clashing on a whole nother level, man. It says, verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another." Right, it's gonna be sedition among men. All right, people are gonna be taking action in their own hands. All right, and going against their government. Okay, their higher ups, the authorities, which you see the people over there in Kenya was fighting against the police. Okay, they didn't care. They infiltrated and went into the permanent. All right, which is where those bills were being passed. Okay, which that took for very high people in high seat, in that place to be passing those bills. They didn't give a damn about that. They bomb rushed them in there, and they even had some of those men in there running for their lives, taking shelter because of the people was pissed. It says they didn't care who the hell they was, man. It says, in invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. There you have it. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. People gonna be out here, get it how you live, you know. As they have a saying, get it how you live. And you think it's bad over there in Kenya, man. All right. Hey, these people over here in America, man, they only see these things in movies. All right. They only see these things in news. All right. They don't really see this thing really popping off every day like you have these third world countries, man. All right, you have these countries that's barely having any supply or any structure to have what these Americans have, man. These people over here suffering. All right, how much more when it comes to this place known as America, man? These people gonna flip out. They're gonna flip the fuck out, man. All right, excuse my French. But the times we're coming into, hey, the comforting of your homes ain't gonna be so much comforting, man. All right, it's gonna be another person's, jackpot, for the lack of better words. Okay, but it reads that again. 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and in the course of the action shall stand in their power. All right, and that's what's going to happen, man. These people are going to take action in their own hands. Verse 17: a man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able to. All right, because when all hell breaks loose, off in America, all right, they gonna what do you think these what do you think the president or what do you think these military people gonna do? All right, they're gonna take action, and they're gonna start shutting off access to these highways and intersections and places where you can come in and go, man. Okay, hey, it's gonna be a very much a hard time to get around. Okay, it says verse 18. For because of their pride in cities, it's like it says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. So, this place is going to be in great trouble. All right, people are going to be hugely affected by the distress that this place is going to be put under, man. Okay, even men are going to be afraid. So how much more for you women? All right. It says verse 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. So once again, these people who are comfortable in their houses, all right, these Americans, these people who are relaxing, chilling, not really too much of the stress. Hey, your next door neighbor, all right, the ones across the street, their neighborhood, community, people, all right, they're gonna look at your house if you have any source of goods as a jackpot. Okay, I remember Anna and Stephen and Sherelle and Daquita. I remember they had all this saved up. You got Jake nowadays where they got a couponing, okay, and they go couponing, and you got a whole house full of nothing but goods, man. They gonna remember that. You storing up food, putting it up in your deep freezers, in your pantries, in your bunkers for you Edomites, man. Okay. Hey, all that's gonna be swiped and taken away, man. You got Edomites. They building bunkers, doomsday preppers. Hey, all that shit gonna be over and done with, man. Ain't gonna be nothing but chaos out here. It says verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, so for the lack of bread and great tribulation. So, you know, a tribulation, distress, okay, a anguish, all right. A people are gonna be in a place of not of comfort, all right, as they are today. The lack of bread. Hey, you had a word from 2020 or 21, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, to 2023, right, where it was kind of just, you know, getting a little bit up, you know, in pricing, where you had shortages over time, man. You had food losing this, you know, value of being on the shelves. Okay, you had prices being spiked. All right, you had the gas going up. All right, people was losing their freaking minds, man. Gas was at then $4. Then I'm almost about to reach $5 at one point. Hey, people was on edge, and that only lasts for quite some, you know, a little bit of time, man. How much more continuously, months on and out, years, if we even hear that long, man. Our brothers out, we don't be here that long, man. We get the hell up out of his this year, man. Soon, our brothers out. If we be that elect, you know, or willing, man. But hey, how much more? It says, because of lack of bread for great tribulation. Now I'm gonna go into 2nd Ezra, you know, chapter 16, and grabbing this right here, verse 20, 21. All right, because I mentioned that these people, all right, don't see these harmful effects, all right, right now, because it's not them, it's others. Well, this is coming to America, man, whether you believe it or not. Verse 21, it says, behold, victory shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And people think themselves to be in a good case right now. They can go to their local Walmarts, Publixes, Costco's, BJ's, all right, their local essential stores. You know, if you need anything, you can go and buy it. It's not such a high price. It's not spiked. Something that's $20 ain't $150. Something that's $5 ain't $50. You know, it's not a major difference to these people just yet. So they think themselves to be in a good case. Well, the Lord has said otherwise. It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth. And it gave you a great example: sword, famine, and great confusion. You see? And this is just few things of many that of things that YAHAWASHI is going to bring upon this place, man. Great death and destruction, famine, pestilence, earthquakes, wars, you name it, man. YAHAWASHI is going to jack this place up, going to drag it through the mud, or actually through the fire. All right, because that's the outcome of this place. It says, I'm reading up a little bit. It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, so that's what's going to come. I even grab verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay, so even you have it where there's not going to be any way around it when it comes to these devastating things coming, man. Okay, bear with me. When these devastating things come, you ain't going to be able to escape it. Okay, you're going to think because you got a little food put up, or because you don't you know, have it like that, you know, you gonna think you gonna have to go, you know, do whatever it takes. One way or another, the Lord gonna have a way where He gonna take you out, man. All right. It says, verse 22, reading it again, man. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger Hey, you get away, you got some food, you put up, all right? Shall the sword destroy, okay? And you got people who are moving with this, moving with it. That sword is, it's talking about the modern day gun, okay? For you new listeners. All right, but people who gonna be killing with the sword, hey, they gonna be, getting killed by themselves with the same sword. Hey, it's gonna be a whole anarchy out here, man. So there's no way getting around the judgment of YAHAWASHI when it comes down, all right, in this time. Let me see. I'm gonna grab this right here, and I'm gonna close it out. All right, because there's definitely more to come. But this is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9, start at verse 1, and it reads, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself," right? Because the Lord said to be watching, man. Watch what's going on, to see what is going on in prophecy, man. And how we measure the things of these times, all right, is through these scriptures, man. All right, through the spirit prayer by Shema Shai. And it says, "And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And the Lord told us when these certain things come, all right, hey, this is how you're gonna know, all right, that he's about to get ready to visit this place, man. Okay, verse 3, and it's gonna expound on it. It says, "Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world." Okay, so when you saw what it said, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars, and we'll be seeing uproars, people protesting, people fighting against going against their government tradition, because of price hikes and tax hikes. Okay, these are the signs, man. It says, "And uproars of the people in the world." Verse 4, "Then shalt thou well understand." It said, well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right, and we are seeing these things manifest, all right, before our eyes, man. Okay, this place ain't got that much longer. All right, and then what we seeing is it getting closer and closer to its destruction, man. All right, so you had a situation over there in Kenya where the people were retaliating due to the amount of distress and price hikes and tax hikes that they're going through, man, which will be something that's going to come to this place as well, man, but greater. Okay, here in America, Babylon the Great, the city of confusion, mother harlots, man. Okay, so that was on my spirit to bring it out. Lord, when you were edified. But I'm going to give all glory and praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahushua, BAHASHAM, HaKADASH. Once again, double honor to those and apostles, a great millstone, teach you well. Until next time, I say Shalom.